Hey guys, it's Shy and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are playing around with the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette. This is their purple palette. I use it to create the look on my eyes today. Before we get into it though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and join the party. You're already here anyway, so you might as well. And if you'd like, you can click that notification bell to be updated on all of my content. And I do upload 3 to 5 times a week. That being said, if you are curious on my thoughts on this palette and how to create this purple magical look right here, keep on watching. Okay guys, so all I have on right now is just my brows, and then I did prep my lids with some concealer, but I have nothing else on my face, so if I look a little crazy, that is why. But this is the palette. It's the It's My Pleasure palette, and then this is the packaging for it. It has all of the shade names on the back there. I do want to do a quick disclaimer. Well, I don't know if disclaimer, but just like fair warning. So my palette was shipped to me broken. I did reach out to Colourpop. They responded to me within like 10-15 minutes, and I have another palette on the way. But one of you guys, as my subscribers, did request that I review this product, so I did still want to review it. So that's why I'm not going to be like tilting it to show you guys the colors. So we're going to still try to make it work, but this is what we are working with as it's already falling on me. But I am going to still try my best to swatch them, all that good stuff for you guys. So we are going to start with Kittenfish. It's a random name. Okay. And I am going to swatch them just like right here. So that is Kittenfish. Next to that is Do or Dough. Let's see. That one is really pretty. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it's got like blue glitters in it. That is stunning. Next is Pretty Cruel. It's a really nice mauve tone. After that, we are looking at Bare Minimum. Right there. Next, this one is one of the Shattered shades. This is Earthshine. So I'm going to try to gently... That is stunning. Ugh, living. Next, we are going into Chicklet. And I don't have my contacts in, so if I'm squinting while I'm swatching these, that is why. So that is that really pretty deep purple shade. Next one is another one of my Shattered shades, and this is Mr. Sandman. Oh, trying to not grab too much. Okay, let's see. That is stunning. These two are very duochrome. And then next we have, let me get it all off of my hands so that we can swatch a little bit better. I'm going to use one of my makeup wipes really fast. And I know that swatches don't always determine what a product is going to be, but I still like to really see swatches sometimes, especially with these more like duochrome shades, because I feel like it gives me an idea of, do I already have that color in my collection or not? Okay, so hands are clean again, and we are going into Fan Fiction. This one is like a more deep purpley mauve tone, in my opinion, right there. And then last but not least, we have Sleeper. So these are all of the colors right here. Really pretty colors in my opinion. I feel like you could do a lot of really natural looks with it as well, which is random, but like just buffing a little bit of like this lightly into the crease and underneath and like a light lash could be really cute, or just using one of these for like a pop of color in the inner corner. Super fun. So let's wipe these off and start getting an eye look together. And the reason that I don't have my foundation done yet is because I didn't know if I want to do a cut crease. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm just excited and I really wanted to play. And then just to show you guys as well, it does have a giant mirror on the inside, and this does come off, so you do have a large mirror. I will definitely be using that. First thing I am going to do is buff out my concealer, because I did not set this. Honestly, I didn't even open this other than noticing that it was broken. So I didn't even realize that there wasn't like a neutral shade. So to first set all over my lids, I am going to set them with Jeffree Star's Titan, just so we have a really nice base. I know some people like to use it with their concealer still wet. I will sometimes, but I don't know. I think, especially with these purple shades, like I want something on there to help them all blend. So first things first, let me grab a small little fluffy brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, and I am gonna go into Kitten Fish, I think, just to first lay down some color. And a lot goes on the brush. And I'm gonna start this in the crease, just going back and forth, setting down just a little bit of like a transition color. Yeah, that's really nice. And take your time building up your transition as well. You want it to be really nice and blended to create a nice base for everything else going on. Just like that. Next, I'm gonna keep the same brush and dip into Fan Fiction to deepen this up a little bit. Really help deepen this whole portion up, especially if I do want to go into a cut crease, which I think I do want to cut it, at least for these more like foiled shades, because I think that will really help make them pop, especially since mine are broken. But again, I did already reach out to them and they are sending me a new palette, so I just thought that was really cool. So I'm not gonna knock them for that. And it came like super secured, like with tons of bubble wrap. So I'm thinking maybe it like just got broken in the factory and they didn't know. Because everything else that I ordered was shipped just fine. So really just going back and forth with Fan Fiction and deepening this up. I really want to get that purple color going. There we go, much more of a purple eye now. And then don't worry about your lid space or anything over here. That's why we don't have foundation on, we will cut it. Okay, next I think I am going to take, let's see here. I have this little Morphe G18 brush and I'm gonna dip into Sleeper. Super pigmented, like, and I am going to deepen this up even further. And then slowly blend it out. Just like that. Okay, while blending, I did notice, see this like area right here, it's getting kind of patchy, but it's not doing it on this eye. So I don't know what is going on there, but it's like sticking to that portion, but whatever. I am going to take my makeup wipe just real quick to clean this up and just dragging it out and just get all of this off of here. It's like the easiest thing ever. So you just droop. Especially if you have nails, just like lining it up with your nails so you can make a really sharp line really helps. Now from here, I am going to cut the crease. So I am going to take my favorite concealer brush ever, my little e.l.f. concealer brush, and I am going to use my Maybelline Age Rewind and take a good amount of concealer as well, and I am going to start patting it in and then look up so that you know how high you need to cut it. And then just pat that out so that we have that good, nice section right in there. So the crease is cut. Now, I think I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I kind of want to put Earth Shine towards right here and then put Do or Dough, but this is so warm toned. I don't want the Do or Dough to look weird. You know what? I'm going to do Earth Shine right here, and then I'm going to blend it out into Bare Minimum, I think. So first thing I'm going to do is grab a little packer brush. I can find my little packer brush. Like, I see it, I just can't grip it. So that's really great. Okay, so this is the little brush I'm using. It's probably like a lip brush, but this is from BH Cosmetics. It's this number 11 brush, and I am going to mist it. Anytime you're working with a shadow that is foiled like this, it does work better wet, so I highly suggest that. And I am going to start with that Earth Shine. See, like, you really want to make sure you get it good on there. And that did not show up at all. Okay, let's try a different brush. Try my Colourpop brush, and I'm gonna just go in with it dry. Oh wow, okay, so this specific shade, guys, do not wet it. It wants to be on its own, just fine. But see, like, way better color payoff. And when you're doing these type of looks, don't rush it in through there. Otherwise, you can make your line get really, really messy. And that is the last thing we are trying to do. One thing you can even do is take like a really, really small brush. Let me see if I have one to show you guys. Like, this is like a little lip liner brush. You can take that and then go right up against that line with that, and that can really, really help keep that line sharp. So now that we have that color down, I am going to actually take the first brush, this little guy, and just make sure that the wet is off of it. And I'm gonna go into Bare Minimum, very pigmented, and I'm gonna start stamping this down. Just like this, and you really wanna make sure that these colors blend together really nicely as well. So just kind of stamp, stamp, stamp all over, and that'll help them blend. Just like that. This is what we have right now. Now, I love following my cut crease line with glitter. I don't know what it is. It just does something for my life. So I'm going to go in with this little guy. This is from Urban Decay. This is their heavy metal glitter liner in Grind. Now, you definitely do not have to do this, guys, but I can't help myself. I love it. So you just want to follow your cut crease line and follow it all the way in. Just does something. I don't know what it is, because especially with lashes, it just gives you a little bit of glitter pop right there. I love it. It's the next thing I need. I need Colourpop to come out with glitter liners. Wouldn't that be everything? Okay, went a little ham on that one. It's okay, I can even out the glitter over here. I'm gonna actually bring this in a little bit more right in through here too. Really bring some sparkle in that inner portion. Okay, so now that we are at this portion with the eye, I really, really like it. I am going to take this little brush though and just kind of fade it out, the glitter out a little bit more right there so it blends. There we go. So it just blends a little bit better. Now I am going to do my face makeup before we continue, just because I need to do lower lash line and add on lashes. So I am gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Coconut Primer Water. I love this stuff. Feels so good on the skin, guys. And really just patting it in as well. And then I am gonna go in with my e.l.f. Matte Oil Control. And you know me, taking a good amount of primer and really working it into the skin. I put maybe a little bit too much primer, wiping it off. Okay. And then I'm gonna just dab the primer. I forget how little I need of that primer. And then I am gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Buff Bisque, because I am a little bit more fair right now. And I think this will make more sense because I am not self-tanned. And this is normally my not self-tanned shade. But we will bronze the hell out of our skin anyway. Give her a little bit of life. And then I go in pretty heavy with my foundation. I am a full coverage girl. So if you are not, go lighter. And then just bouncing this all in with my Morphe sponge. And then once I have lashes and like my whole life together, I swear this look will make more sense. And then I always cover my lips with foundation. I just feel like it helps cancel out any lip color before I go in with my lipstick. Now, if I'm just going in with a gloss, I don't do that. So that is just something I do. I learned that from Nikki Tutorials. And then I am nervous to use that palette because I keep getting glitter specks everywhere. So I'm going to use my little Urban Decay palette. So far, I'm really liking the way that the shadows are performing. I feel like they're performing really, really nice. So that is amazing. So I just did my foundation, my concealer, basically just my base really quick. So it saves a little bit of time, same product that I always use. But dipping back into the palette now for the lower lash line, I am going to take, let's see here, this cute little baby brush from AOA Studios. This is the E132, and I'm gonna go into Kitten Fish, and I am gonna buff this under the lower lash line. Just like that. And then I'm gonna deepen the outer corner with Pretty Cruel. Now that the lower lash line is smoked out, I am going to pop on some lashes. The lashes that I'm using today are Thug Life from Crystal Lashes, which is like one of my favorite lash brands. I am going to just quickly put some glue on them, and these are really dramatic, fluffy, fabulous lashes. I live for them. So I'm just going to put glue on both of them so that they can get nice and tacky. That is one thing when you're putting on lashes, and make sure that you let them sit for like, I let mine sit for almost a minute to get really nice and tacky. Okay, so I got a phone call, so I took that and then just put my lashes on and did my lipstick. Now for highlight, I really wanted to play around with, oh my God, where is it? Oh, here it is. Gosh, it's like hidden behind my little Wet n Wild. So I picked this up from Colourpop. This is the Princesa highlight from their collab with Becky G. And I wanted to pop this on. I'm going to use this little AOA Studio E127 brush and just kind of dip into the lid. So this one is like a little like duochrome pink moment, and I thought it'd be cute with this look. It's kind of, do you guys see that? It has like a little bit of a white cast on it. I mean, I know that it's a white base with the pink, but whatever. This is not blinding enough. Okay, so we're gonna dip into my LA Colors Gold Halo. Now, this is a blinding highlight. There we go. Much better. The Becky G one is cute, but no. Much better. And then I'm gonna actually use this to highlight the inner corners as well. I'm gonna just grab this little brush that I have and pop it right in there. I love a really bright inner corner moment. And then, of course, we are going to give ourselves a little spritz. The makeup with the Selfie Ready Joa setting spray. This is the matte one. And then let me just fan myself. And then, super random, but if you guys are curious what these red cards are that I always fan myself with, they're letters from my parents that are just really, really sweet, so I look at them from time to time. But let's finally shake out this hair, and then this is the finished look. So I think it came out really, really fun. It's more bright than what I've been doing on my channel. This palette altogether, like, it performed really, really well. I think it's a beautiful purple palette. I think I'll love it even more when it's not shattered. But to be completely honest, I could actually see myself grabbing this a lot. Especially like these duochrome shades. I love a fun inner corner moment, so I think I would even do like a brown smoky eye and either use Earthshine, Mr. Sandman, or Do or Dough in the inner corner. I think even putting Chicklet, like this really beautiful royal purple, like all over the lid, just that color, and like a wing and some lashes would be beautiful. Like, I think I really would see myself grabbing this. And originally I wasn't sure about this palette. Like, this is one of the things that I was on the fence of before it was requested that I review it, but I'm so glad that you requested for me to review this because I love it. And I think like the way that the light hits it, it just, I'm really, really, I'm loving it. If you were curious about these Becky G highlight though, she's a flop in my opinion, and I love Becky G. Like, I live for her, okay? So don't come for me with that. But this is just, I think this would be a cute inner corner moment, but other than that, unless you like a hella subtle highlight, but I mean, why be subtle when you can be blinding? That's all I gotta say. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If there is any makeup you want me to test out, definitely leave it in those comments below. You know, if I can get my hands on it, I totally will. And I will see you guys next video. Bye.